baby. You blow my mind, baby, baby.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports.
Hi, thanks for tuning in. And with tips, well, tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Seems like most stars now want to play on a super team, Doris, even if it means making personal sacrifices.
No doubt. And sometimes a player makes decisions. It doesn't have everything to do with money, and it doesn't have everything to do with touches. Sometimes when you get to a particular state in your career, it's about winning ultimately. And what does it take for me to get a ring? And those are the drivers of a lot of players' decision-making.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Jimmy Butler is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Musa in at the two-guard position. Howard kicks to Aldridge. Batum passes to Beverly. And here is Howard, defended by Butler. Beverly against Paul. Shot clock at 6. Beal can't get it to go. Here's Toronto. Here's Musa. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Kicks it out to Gordon. Off target with his 3. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Pittsburgh. Pass to Howard. Dishes it to Aldridge. Over Plumlee. Bank shot. No good.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Yep, that one goes.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Howard.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Passes it to Butler. And he drops it in from the low post.
I absolutely love the interior game of Jimmy Butler. Attacking, challenging the teeth of the defense.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character. Has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind it. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And for Beverly, showing a little in-between game there.
1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. And there's the pass to Plumlee. Here's Butler. No good on that one. So Pittsburgh will take it the other way. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Good defense, better offense. Beal is unfazed.
Here's Paul. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Batum finds Beverly. Pass to Beal. Now here's Howard, defended by Gordon. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Beverly against Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Batum. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. At the end of one, a closely... Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a...
They call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, when you consider how Pittsburgh is doing, your thoughts?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Toronto right now, Gordon out there with Plumlee. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Musa in at the 2. Kicks it out to Paul. Plumlee trying to break loose. And Paul with the basket on the assist from Plumlee. Paul's got the first basket of the second quarter for Toronto. Outside, Beal. Pass to Howard. The dish now to Aldridge. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Gordon.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Pittsburgh. They trail by 1. Bradley Beal's evolution from prospect to all-star. He's a better scorer now, Doris, but also a better playmaker.
He is, Kevin, and Bradley Beal has been willing to take on more of the load on the offensive end. So not just wondering, okay, how do I get my shots, but how to involve his teammates and his ability to improve that handle, the ability to put the ball on the deck and balance that perimeter shooting with the dribble drive makes him lethal.
Now Butler. Following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Plumlee, and the layup's good off the glass.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Beverly against Paul, and it's Beverly missing.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Passes to Plumlee. That one drops for him. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter. Last outing for Pittsburgh, it was a loss to San Antonio. Right side, Beal. The feed to Aldridge. Looking to end the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
Here's Butler, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Now Butler, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Beal. He kicks it to Beverly. Outside, Batum. Fades away. And it's off the back rim. No good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Butler. And again, no good by Toronto. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knocked away. And so it looks like Pittsburgh will retain possession here. .24 seconds left now here in the second. Howard kicks to Beal. He dishes it to Aldridge. To the paint. That's good from Howard on the assist by Aldridge. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over.
Out to the right wing. Here's Musa. Pull for three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again for Pittsburgh. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they shot under 40%.
And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Pittsburgh with the possession here. It's a one-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Aldridge out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Here's Paul after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Over Beverley. And that one goes long.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Now, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Batum passes to Beal. Now here's Howard. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Pittsburgh shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Beverley against Paul. Inside. Great communication on the alley-oop.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
And Beal kicks to Howard. The pass to Aldridge. Batum against Plumlee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beal can't get it to go. Toronto trails by 3.
Well, Bradley Beal is turning himself into one of the elite two-way players in the NBA. Go back to 2017 when he becomes the youngest player in NBA history to make 700 career three-pointers. It happens to be the same season that he was voted into his first All-Star game, and his coach believes he should be one of the best defensive players on the perimeter in the NBA. Let's watch and see.
Now Batum following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Batum attacking, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. And watching Beal now, much more assertive than when he first entered the league.
You know what, Kevin? The physical tools for Bradley Beal have always been there. He's got great size at the guard position. He's a knockdown shooter. He is a quiet leader, but an effective leader, and he's learning how to be the voice of a team. There is so much to like about Bradley Beal.
And it's Butler missing. Pittsburgh leading by 5. Beal taking his time here. Aldridge kicks to Beverley. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Gordon against Aldridge. Back to Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And Pittsburgh leads by 7.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
Now here's Beverley. Howard kicks to Batum. Feeds it to Aldridge. Over Gordon. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Batum. Aldridge has got the lead up to 7 now for Pittsburgh.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. At the top of the key, Gordon. From outside, off the mark. Pittsburgh leading by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Beal kicks to Beverly. Batum passes to Howard. And here's Beverly. Over Gordon. And no good. Trying to use the glass. From deep three-point range. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the home team heading to the bench. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So for Toronto right now, they've got Plumlee, Aaron Gordon out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Musa in at the 2 spot. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Pittsburgh. Pass to Howard. Here's Beverly. Beal up top. Fires from deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Musa. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Musa's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Toronto. And here is Beal. Down low. Here's Aldridge. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Paul against Beverly. Paul kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Musa. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Back to Beverly. Outside, Beal. Now the pass to Howard. For the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Toronto trails by 5. Paul outside. Knocked loose over Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And no doubt Paul is still a top-tier point guard, a determined defender, and, of course, a remarkable distributor.
That one is no good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And Beal kicks to Beverly. They get a hand on it and taken away by Paul. On pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Beverly finds Beal. Paul against Beverly. Pass to Aldridge. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Batum for 3. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing. In Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Well, their pass it to Musa. Paul against Beverly. Pass to Plumlee. Outside Butler. Shoots over Batum. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. 6 points for Butler.
You could see it from the moment he caught the basketball. Jimmy Butler delivers again.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. Count it.
And he's just putting the team on his back when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence when taking these big shots?
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. They're trailing by 2. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Mason Plumlee.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. Now Aldridge, following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. Clock at 6. Beal dishes to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Toronto calls timeout. They lead by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Oh, yeah, he knows what those free throws mean, right? That takes away any chance of a last-minute comeback.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
And the defenders are going to be very cautious coming out of this timeout. The only way they can get 4 points is with a three-pointer and a foul, so I'm sure the D will just back off.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps.
Yeah, Sabazé, Y2G,